Welcome to the Mystic Rhoads production Senior Design Showcase presentation for the game Baldorf. I'm Mac Ozan. I'm the product manager for the team.
And I'm Cyrus Bomberger. I play the role of the development manager and the squad lead for the project.
For the company we work for, it's Mystic Rhoads Production. They are a charitable organization located within Lincoln, founded by Adam Rhoads, and they focus on improving the community, such as getting kids interested in exercising and interested in their community and all stuff like that. Baldorf specifically, it was developed by Adam Rhoads and his friend while they were in Jamaica. And our problem was to take this physical game and to make an app version of it. Adam wanted to be able to provide this game for kids who maybe couldn't have an actual Baldorf court near where they are, so he wanted us to get it a bit more accessible to everybody.
So some of the stakeholders and people that were involved on the sponsor side of the project. So as we mentioned, Adam Rhoads is our sponsor, and he is the person who designed the game, the real life version. And it was through him and his ideas and his feedback that really helped shape what it is and how it worked, which is extremely important to us. The Mystic Rhoads Productions also has a board of directors that also tested the app quite a bit. And it was their feedback that helped us to be sure we were sticking with everything that's related to Baldorf. Community was also involved, so it went out beyond the charity and kind of reached more into the groups that the charity worked with. So like students at the public schools here in Lincoln got to test the app and got some feedback from them. And then also just some general users. These included people from our senior design class, some of our friends or family. They also got to test it on their own. And they also helped us a lot of feedback. They helped us figure out what should change, what was confusing, because that user feedback is incredibly important, especially when developing a game. You want to make it available to everyone and enjoyable for everyone. As for the team, I already introduced myself. I'm Cyrus, the squad lead and development manager.
And I'm Mac Ozan, the product manager.
And we had 3 other team members on the team. We had Joseph, Christian, and Kevin, and they all played the role as the developers working on the project. And as for the faculty, Bill Browning played the role of our project manager. Jeff Falkenberg was our tribe lead, and Steve Trout was our coach. And then, of course, Adam Rhoads was our sponsor for the project.
So the problem was to, as I stated before, get this real-life game into a mobile and a desktop application. So we can encourage kids to actually play Baldorf or just generally get more active. Our product can reach a larger audience because it's available on Android, iOS, as well as it will be available in browser on the Baldorf website. And it's going to be there to help spread awareness for MRP and all they do.
So we think the best way to kind of explain more what is Baldorf is by showing the product itself, and we'll kind of explain some of the rules as we play through the app. So this is currently the web version of it. It can be played in a browser, but it is also available on Android, iOS, and a desktop executable. So here's the main menu, and I'll let Mac talk a bit more about the rules as I play through it.
Alrighty. So there's, as you can see, we're aiming at this door, the court, and what you want to do is there's one of them is outlined in white, and you want to bounce the ball to hit those with these first 3 like he is doing currently. Once you get up to the red ones, you will throw the ball at the door and try to hit the door. And each different color gives you a different amount of points. Blue gives you 2 points, green gives you 3, red gives you 4 points. You have 6 outs in inning. So every time you miss the one you are aiming for, you get an out. Once you're out of outs, then the inning ends, and there's 3 innings until the game is over. Oh gosh, what else? There's a scoreboard so you can see what's going on with your points.
And some other features we have different difficulty modes. So we have the beginner, which is the way you saw, but we also have implemented an apprentice and master difficulty. which actually hides some of those markers on the ground that kind of help the player. So if I set it to apprentice, we'll go back, and if we play a new game, that red marker's there helping you show where it's going to land, but it hides the blue marker that was there before, which was kind of a guideline for the next shot.
And also the bar on the right when he is aiming goes a little bit faster in this mode than it did the last.
And so we can kind of show you what it's like on master, which kind of hides all the markers, and the bar moves a lot quicker, but also the ball is a lot more difficult to catch. You catch it by clicking it, and in master difficulty, the hitbox on it is much smaller. So as you can see, I kind of am blind while throwing it, and the meter
a bit more like real life, but
yeah, ball moves incredibly fast, or the meter moves incredibly fast. There we go. It's a lot more difficult to catch. So quite impressive if you can play that well. We also have some customization features. So in the customization, we have all these different colors you can select from, which will change the end ball. We've also designed some stadium maps. So we have this cool testing ground, and this one seems to be disabled, but these ones. And then we also have a how-to section, which is kind of a mode that will show you how to play the game and kind of goes over the rules a little more in depth. So a new player can kind of want to figure it out on their own. And we also have an about section, which just talks about the charity and takes you to their website, so you can get a little more involved with them if you like.
So after seeing kind of how it's played, so some of the solutions we had to come up with were the physics of it all, of letting the ball bounce around and making sure it didn't stop bouncing or bounce too much, and figuring out where the X's on the ground would be depending on how you throw it. Making sure all the different rules Adam and his friend came up with could be implemented into the game and without being too complicated. There's a local multiplayer setting of up to 4 different players at a time. In order to getting the drag and launch of the ball to work took a little bit longer because we had a stand-in for the longest time, but now we actually got it so you can click the ball and drag it around and throw it, basically. As you can see, the catching changed difficulty depending on which one you selected, though it still seems pretty nice to catch. It feels good to catch when I'm playing it. Making sure the door knows when it's hit or if it's missed even, and just overall making it an enjoyable game to play.
So some of the highlights and the value we have out of the game we designed was the game. One of the most exciting ones is that the game is officially on the Android and App Store. You can look them up on both and download it and play it. The game has also been developed to work on a desktop. So there's a downloadable version you can play, or in the future, as we showed, there's a web browser version of it, and which we hope will be available on the Mystic Rhoads website so that anyone can play it at school, especially for the public schools. Also, one of the highlights we had was we developed a virtual reality version of it. We didn't spend a whole lot of time. It was more of a proof of concept to show it off. And overall, some of the value we got for the team was we really learned how to work as a team, but also how to design a game and make it fun. And a lot of that comes with user testing and showing people and getting that feedback really showed what it was like to make a game fun.
And that's all that we have. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for watching it. We really appreciate our sponsor and our faculty. They really helped us figure out how to get where we needed to be and what the kind of design direction we needed to take. And of course, we'd like to thank our 3 other team members who aren't presenting right now. So thank you.
Thank you.